distorted, dozens are climbing on the snowy height. People with lacerated shoes, covered with blood, winning meter by meter. Suddenly there comes the silence, the guns are quiet, you can only hear yelling. That was hand-to-hand fight, weapons do not help anymore. The fate of this part of front, are solving, the knife, and the heart of the heroes. My machine gun is silent, I cannot fire, I will kill Serbian soldiers, who are all mixed with Bulgarians, and fight with them. There are 2 of them near to my feet. They caught each other, having their bodies falling down over the mountain. They drip their guns, and start to fly at each other. I am watching horror. At one moment, Bulgarian is above Serbian soldier, trying to strangulate him. At the other, Serbian is above Bulgarian, trying to strangulate him. And both of them strong, crunching with their teeth, they are not sinking. I'm confused, I would like to end this duel, but do not have the strength. Now Serb is stronger, hitting the ground with Bulgarian head and shouting, "This is my country, this is my country, remember." Finally dead Bulgarian is not able nothing to remember, we hear his agony, and there, under Veternik, he ended war.
This is one of the most important battles which led the Serbian army. In place of victory, there will be built a monument, and it will be accommodated with the urn with the heart of Archibald Rice, who will die later, and that was all done by his own wish. Urn is still there, but unfortunately heart of Rice was lost during the Bulgarian occupation that followed in the Second World War. So that's how a new front was formed in the Balkans, made up of Serbian, French, Greek and the units of British Army, as well as some Italian and Russian units. However, the front is quickly stabilized, and there were not any greater action for almost 2 years. Western Allies did not consider it excessively important, and for a short time, there was even danger for front to be extincted. Front thrived inter alia, as a result of sprightly agitation of Serbian leadership, because, naturally, front was the guarantor of a quick Serbian return to the fatherland. In the meantime, in February 1917, in Serbia, outbreaked national uprising against the terror that had been providing occupier. Proximate cause for the outbreak of rebellion was recruiting of young Serbian men for Bulgarian forces. Uprising lasted a month before it was crushed, but it proved one more time imperturbability perseverance of Serbian fighting spirit. At July 1917, on the Corfu Island, was made Corfu Declaration, which established a framework for the future unification of South Slavic people. Once again, Serbia dies on paper. November 1917. The revolution outbreaks in Russia and empire crumbled, with the dying imperial family and Tsar Nicholas. Serbia lost also with that, both protector and friend, perhaps the greatest in whole history. At the end of 1917, USA entered the war, on the side of Allies, which led to the refreshment of Western Front. After 2 years of idle at Salonika Front, Allied forces were ready to take large-scale action. From a total of 23 divisions on the Salonika Front, Serbia had 6, and they were operating with French, which had the same number of divisions. The rest consisted of 7 British, 1 Greek, 1 Italian division, and 2 Russian brigades. On July 1918, decision had been made to start an offensive, and Allies began with preparations for its realization. The Serbian army has welcomed the decision with much relief. Serbian soldiers greeted long-awaited moment. Supreme commander of Allied forces was Franca Diaspori, French general, and later honorary duke in the Serbian army. Commander of the Serbian army, Duke Nizic, issued order.
All commanders and soldiers should be imbued with an idea. The success of an offensive depends on the speed of penetration. The speed, at the same time, is the best guarantee against surprise, because it disturbs the enemy and achieves complete freedom in our operations. Boldly press forward, without rest, to the outer limits of the human and horse strength. To death, just don't stop. With the unwavering faith and hope, heroes, forward. To the fatherland.
The basic idea was that Serbian army attacks enemy front line, to penetrate it, and to spread it later. Soon, along the whole front, Allies began bombing of enemy position from 600 cannons. Serbs and French went with the British into Greece. When Serbs came to their dirt, they clashed with the Bulgarians, who soon evaded in the front of Serbian rush. The next day, Serbs occupied the entire first line of enemy front. "Run all you living! The dead are coming!" shouted Bulgarians. Soon was liberated Skupje, the capital of the Middle-aged Serbian Empire. 15 days of fighting resulted with the capitulation of Bulgaria. Bulgarian kings said,
"This is the end of all of us."
Serbs did not stop, and in the victorious foray, they assailed forward to their fatherland. Soon the whole southern Serbia will be liberated. Because of too fast progress, there had been a real danger that army will lose connection to the background. There was a danger of weakening the supply lines and communications, and danger of turning strongly progress into the waste of energy. On the other hand, things were not good for the Greek and British forces, and oscillation has appeared, whether to continue the offensive. Regent Alexander, with his historical, energetic order, moved away every dilemma, at least for the Serbian armies.
Forward. In glory or death.
And the glory it was. Tornado, which started the Serbian army, could no longer be stopped, and he crushed every possible resistance that enemy provided. Serbian soldiers seriously understood the order of their supreme commanders about the necessity of boldly penetration, because we know about the fact that the French cavalry had big problems to follow the Serbian infantry. General Franchet d'Esprit saw the situation this way.
The progress must be slowed down. The French troops need to maintain a stable communication and to rest. Only